Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of our Minecraft Xbox One Survival Let's Play. It's been a couple months since the last episode and there's been a lot of changes to the world, including the fact of me finally finding llamas. That's right, I've just found a flock of at least 3 different llamas which we can add to the ones we have in our world, which means we can finally get the achievement for 5 llamas in a pack. But the problem is, I'm in the area where all the llamas are, I've tamed them all, but I don't have anything to bring them back with. So I'm going to have to head back to the middle of our world and grab some stuff to take them back with us. Obviously, because we're outside the Amplified, this might be a little bit trickier than I first thought. Now, you're also going to see a couple spoilers for the stuff which I will be explaining later in the episode for the stuff which has changed, but I thought I'd start the episode off by doing something a little bit different and something a little bit more fun. Now, another update has come out for this Xbox One edition, and it's just another bug fix update. I wasn't expecting any content within it, so I'm no surprise to find that it was just bug fixes. But spawning into the world, the first big change you will notice is the new automatic food farm that we have here. And I've moved the llamas out of here. For those of you who don't know, who haven't watched the stream which I did a couple weeks ago, we had a second llama found on the top of the cliffs up there, which is going to be spawning in just a second. We are looking for leads. That is kind of what I need at this point, because I'm pretty sure animals still despawn as they go through nether portals. So let's go over to the chest right here. I cannot see any. Either that I'm just being blind. I really cannot see any of our leads. I thought we had them in here. I guess they're not in there. I'm trying to think the other places that I have leads. They'll be in the chests just outside the castle as well, they'll be. Now, I've been doing a lot of digging on the castle, so there will be a couple spoilery changes that you can see. For those of you who don't know, I've been digging this thing pretty much constantly since last episode. There is a fairly decently sized amount of castle on the inside. Now, I'm going to keep my head down so I don't spoil the interior, which I've been working on. And the leads are right there. I don't think I need anything else to get them. I think it's just going to be leads and a lot of blocks. So let's kind of wander our way over here and get ourselves some dirt. And then let's head back and try and capture ourselves the last 3, maybe 4 llamas that we need to get the achievement. And even if we can get 5 in one go, that would be even better. But I think the fact that I've not seen llamas spawn outside my amplified area until this update, I think the update's tweaked the spawning mechanics slightly, or it's at least refreshed the world so they're all back at the same level again, which I think is really, really nice. It's been I've been wanting to do this for a really, really long time, and it's one of the 2 achievements I don't have in the survival version of the game. I'm not really bothered about all the battle mode things like that, but hopefully because I tamed these llamas, they won't have despawned. So let's go down here. The cow's still here, so that's a good sign. And there is the first llama. I brought 4 leads with me, which means I can probably grab 4 of these guys. So let's grab you. Now, because I think if I'm pulling you along, I think the rest of them should just follow. I haven't ever really tested this with llamas. And before you're wondering, yes, okay, I guess they do just follow you. So I've got 3. If I can get really lucky and find a 5th one, because I know I've got... Did that one just grow up behind me? That was cool. So I know that there's one just over the back of this cliff right here. So that should be 4. But I do want to get these back to the world to try and get the achievement, because I do know that I have them all there. Aha, there is our 4th one. Let's see if we can get 5. I don't think there's going to be a 5th one in the area. Let's just pull him along. I want to try and get him up to the top. Let's push you out of the way. Are you all here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you're all being a bit crazy now. Let's just try and get you to follow up here one by one. But it doesn't look like we have any more llamas here. So I'm going to start tailing these guys back to the amplified, which you can see in the distance there. It should be a little bit easier once I can get them to the spruce biome. But I think the hardest bit should be getting them through the amplified terrain itself. I seem to keep losing them. Those 3 seem to be a bit tag-along. I wonder what the radius on the draw distance for these guys is, so the attention spans of them. They can see that I'm pulling this guy, so I wonder why they don't follow me consistently. The other thing I could just do is just go that, and just tag all 4 of them. And then I know at least they're all 4 coming with me. And if one of the wires disappears, then at least I can tell that it has got stuck. So I do have to be careful. That's why I'm walking in 3rd person. Okay, this is going to get quite dangerous very, very quickly. I might have to just drop the llamas while I start dealing with everything else. I see I've already got a spider tailing me. I'm going to try and walk them to the shallow part over here. The bit where the cliffs aren't too bad in the way. Because I know that if I try and get them up a one-wide staircase, one of them's going to fall off, get themselves killed, something stupid like that. Looks like I still have all 4 attached to me, and the world should level out in just a second. Just got to get through this little bit of forest. You can kind of see, it's the downside to having amplified classic chunks, is the fact that everything in this area is sort of like kind of separated from the rest of the world, and it makes everything traversing this section quite difficult. I seem to have lost 2 of them. 1 maybe? Where did he... Please tell me he didn't... Oh, he just died. Well, we didn't even get 4 of them into the amplifier, but luckily I only need 3. So let's pull these very, very carefully. I wasn't even anywhere near that. Oh, that hole's bad though. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to be just like babysitting these as I get them back home. I just can't believe one of them just walked into a ravine on its own, though. That's quite amusing, but it just kind of goes to show that llamas are not very intelligent. Tag my way to him. Just explode, thank you. Oh, that's a skeleton wearing armor. I don't want him hitting the llamas. I don't know how much health they have. And I certainly don't want to be hitting the llamas, because the axe will probably one-shot one of them. Why is there fire there? I'm guessing there's a lava pit. So I think if I get to the top here, I think I should be good. I think it puts me in the clear. Skeleton, no. You have a power bow. I can see it. Oh, it's a punch bow. Okay, still got 3 llamas attached. 1, 2. You're a loose guy. Where's your lead gone? There it is. There you go. All 3 of you are back connected again. We're going up the cliff this time. Come on, 1, 2, 3. Yep, okay, we're fine. Get off, llama. No, llama bad. No, please come up out of the pit. Oh man, really should have thought this through and got like a pathway built for these things. I didn't think I'd be pulling them all so far away though. How do I get them off a cliff? Oh, great. Okay, that one is almost dead. He's up there. That's 2. Where's the other guy? Ah, there he is. Let's just grab another one of yours. There we go. We're going to work his ways down this cliff slowly. One of you doesn't have much health. That wasn't my fault. One of you decided to jump off the cliff. Okay, so we're almost central now. I mean, if I can get to the center tunnel... Oh, I'm only at 4 hearts. Slowly. Ow. I really need to eat and heal. Alright, so let's go this way. I'm sure I can hit the center point very quickly here. So we're almost home now. We're way into the amplified section. We're working our way towards where the track tunnel entrance is on the north side. Oh! No. 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 Not good. Don't explode. Don't explode. Please. The creeper's in the middle of the llamas. I need to drag the llamas away. You come over here. And then I can deal with him. Uh-oh. I don't like the fact that he's frozen. Did he kill the skeleton? Oh, he killed the skeleton. That's even better. Okay, I still have 3 llamas. Good, good, good. Ooh, another creeper. Oh no, it's grass. Panicking for no reason. Oh, there is a creeper! No! I guess the quest for llamas goes on. We're going to get 1, which is just better than nothing, I guess. We were that close. That's how close we were to doing that. We have successfully retrieved 1 llama out of 4. That tells you how dangerous my world is, though, outside of the, Man. I had them. They were that close. That is absolutely gutting. I'll tell you that for nothing. I got them through all of that forest for a creeper stood by the edge of the tunnel to just go, not today. Oh. Come on, guy. What you get? There we go. Well, at least I'll get one, which is an improvement on what we already had, to be fair. But I had a chance there. I had all three within grasp, within reaching distance of the end. For the game just to go, no. You're just not having the achievement just yet. Well, you guys can go and join your compatriots down here in the new llama home section. We do need to move our skeleton horse, but you can come through into the pit. You can come into here. Come on. In you go. You can go out of the way. Actually, let me just push the skeleton horse out. I'll ride him somewhere else. Llama, please. You could come into your safety pen now. That'd be great. I need to squeeze past you. Push you in. Place that. Close that. Put you there. Break that. And we have successfully gained our third llama out of 5. That should have been 5 out of 5. But as you can see, the system is filling up here. But we'll take a quick glance over here now. I'm going to get rid of this skeleton horse. I think he needs to die. He's pretty slow. Doesn't really jump. Let's have a look. Yeah, this guy's not very good. I might kill him to save the animal spawn space, because I'm pretty sure I've already got a skeleton horse. In fact, I do already have a skeleton horse, so that means goodbye, horse. I want the saddle black, though. Thank you. Well, after that mishap at the start of the episode, welcome everybody back to episode 71. Yeah. That was a real shame, really. It's kind of bummed me out the fact that we were so close to getting what I'm defining as the hardest achievement in the game at the moment for me in this version of the game that I'm using, just by the fact that llamas do not spawn. So to get 4 spawn in one place was a big surprise to me, which just makes everything really kind of a bummer. But yeah, so what we're going to do then, I guess, is catch you up on what you have missed in the last 2 months of me failing / not bothering to make videos in this world. So we're going to go and start off over there at the village of Harm. But first of all, I'm going to clear my inventory, so I will be right back. First, before we show off that, I think what we should do is get ourselves a nice little bit of colour for our new llama, which we have just so preciously managed to protect his way all the way back to the world. Now, I've already done purple and yellow ones, which is the colours we're going to be using for the castle, but let's have a look at some of the other ones. So I think we'll do a red one first of all. So we need to do this, and then we only need 1 carpet, I'm pretty sure, for each one. So I just wanted to make it a little bit more. I know I'm going to be using, at some point, red and white carpets inside the castle themselves. Yeah, so let's have a look. So I think we'll put red on this guy, and then we'll probably go with something like a green, and then maybe a black on the last one. We also do need to make a quick pit stop over at the chest room, just to grab some more paper to use up for all the gunpowder which I had inside my chest, so we can make myself some more fireworks. But yeah, I do kind of need to go around and make some more roads again, I think. That is another thing on my list of jobs to do. Still getting used to this new chest room. I need 28, still half of that's 29, which is pretty much almost there. Just throw those in here. That should make me way over a stack and a half. There we go. So let's just throw in the full stack in there for now. And then we'll work our way up to there again, where we've just put the llama. But yeah. So it's nice to be back in the world again talking to you guys, because I feel like I've been here doing a lot of the work on this on my own. I don't think there's very much rewarding to it. This is just a cow. This is the one that was in the pen, but it doesn't really matter. I'm going to sort the museum animals at some point in the future anyway, so it really, I don't need to be hoarding them just yet. But yeah, so it's nice to be actually doing an episode for once, because I feel like I keep making too much work done, and then I kind of put the episodes off, because I feel like I've done... I need to get in his inventory. Do not set a firework off. Is that gate going to close? I've got to remember how to access a llama's inventory. Oh, he's not even loved this one. Oh, this must have been the baby. So the only one that I've saved was the baby one. Ah, you press Y. Okay, I get it. There we go. So that's what the red one looks like. It's more pink than red, I think. There's definitely more pink that, despite it being the red one. But yeah, we have 3 of these guys in here now. Well, to be fair, the other thing is we could probably breed them up. By the fact that the mob count in my world stops me from breeding most animals, I doubt the llamas would work themselves. I've already tried using hay bales on the first 2, but I think the mob count's stopping them as well. But yeah, so we're going to start off up here on the monstrosity, which is producing a ridiculous amount of potatoes and carrots. Not so much wheat, and I just flew straight over the top of it. But we'll have a look at the wheat floor first of all, because this is the one that isn't working. And I've just realised that I've landed on top of this without getting the hoe. So what I probably should do is just dig down in the glass on the side so that we can get in and out. We don't want to ruin the crops on the floor because it means that our villager will not work. Speaking of villager, where is the guy on this floor? Not even joking. Where's the villager? Where is my wheat villager gone? There's nothing for him to glitch into. He's still there. That guy's still there. Maybe this is why the floor stopped working, is the villager disappeared. But how? Okay, I guess that explains a lot, really. I kind of wanted to show this off, but it turns out I've figured out why it stopped working. Oh, and the piece of glass just fell down. Where is it? There it is. See, I took all of the glass away to do it at something else. I was working over at the skeleton farm recently, trying to make it a little bit more optimized. But yeah, that's a little bit bummer. I'm glad I didn't remove my dirt pillar now. Where is that glass? It is this stone block right here. Got efficiency on the pickaxes again, which makes everything a little bit more tricky to deal with. So let's just break down. We're just going to hop down one of the floors. So we're just going to go through this one and go into the carrot floor. I don't think there is no difference between the floors, well, at least the carrot floor and the potato floor, which is underneath it. So that's fine. We can have a look at this one and show you how it works. But these work the same way as all of the other things work. You have a farmer villager running around through the crops, harvesting them all. He actually keeps up quite well with the crops on the floor. And then he tries to feed this villager right here, who has an empty inventory. I wonder if we can see him come over and try and feed him. Because what he does is he'll try and feed him, but the water will catch the food that he throws to him, dropping it down a pit, making it so that everything is better. But the key thing that keeps attracting the villager back to the center again is the fact of this dark spot farmland, which essentially stops anything from spawning on it. If he tries to plant on it, he will hit this pressure plate, which we will see right now. Watch him try and plant there. The pressure plate releases it, and he goes back again, pressure plate gets rid of it. This means that every time he goes back, he will always be brought to the attention of the librarian in the middle here. No matter how long he stands there for, eventually he will leave and remove the crop off the floor. It's all to do with the lighting arrangement on the top of it, and you can find easy tutorials for how to do these things on YouTube itself. I'm waiting for him to throw something in the water to show that it works. You saw the giant pile of stuff on the floor down there. I wonder if he's going to make everything better. I'll give him a couple more seconds, and there you go. You can see that he throws it straight in, the crop disappears, and he goes back to harvesting the carrots. He's probably going to spend a lot of time going back and forth, but that is essentially how the entire farm works. You fill his inventory up, he fills the farm up, he waits for the crops to grow, he harvests it, and then he feeds it to the villager. The key thing is to get it off the ground, though, because then you won't be having any problem with hostile mobs, because the thing is mob-proof. But yeah, I can see the fact that there is a creeper spawning on that piece of land right there. I can imagine if that thing fell on my head as I'm doing something underneath. I don't have a block. I don't have a way out. Actually, I do have a way out. I don't really like the way out. Yeah, I'm kind of stuck. I didn't really plan this through. I'll go and grab some blocks and I'll get my way back out. And I just jumped on a crop. Oh, no. Whatever I do here, if I escape, I can't leave. The only way I can see myself being able to get out without losing the glass is if I go up. And just leave the fact of having that one stone brick block here. So I wonder if I can place it as I jump backwards. Yeah, there we go. See, I don't mind hitting a tree because I managed to just place the block that I didn't have in my inventory. But that's good. So that is the semi-automatic, well, it's fully automatic food farms that we have. And I'll show you what I've got running underneath it, which is actually full, which means I need to expand it. The first major thing is obviously I've ripped out and dug out these 1, 2, and the third house along there to make one giant house on the inside. We'll have a look at the hoppers in just a sec, but yeah, we now have this fully run through house, not so much on the bottom just yet. It's only just the one house. But it leaves us with easy access points through the entire thing, but we have this hopper system running here, which is essentially just an item sorter. We've got one of these over at the skeleton farm, and all it does is it separates the carrots and potatoes through the hoppers right here. It seems though that the hoppers have way too much in them. They seem to have overflowed ever so slightly. That one should really not have all of that inside of it. That one seems to have broke my system because they should really stop. Why is it filling that hopper up? I don't know. Why is that torch off? The system's powered with too much in it. The torch is... Is it because there's stuff in this one? And this one? Okay, the torch has come on now. So this one will build up. Let's just try and fix this one on the side here. We're going to have to do the same with that one. I think what it is that just all the items are just flowing into it. Yeah, what it is the hopper system's just filling up with all the potatoes because there's that many of them. I need an overflow at some point on this section just to get rid of all the spare potatoes because there's way too many of these things and they keep spawning, well not spawning, but getting dropped onto the hole at the top right here. So I'll just kind of add these to the pile. Eventually these will all despawn because there's just too many in the system at the moment to keep everything going at once. The other thing is we actually have our villager back for once now. He is down here. He was actually inside that wall over there. So when I dug out this house here, I heard there's sort of villager noises in the corner. I was like, this isn't right. I wonder if the villager's there. And lo and behold, the villager was there. But because of this villager is being spooked by mobs on the other side of this wall, which we can see from right here. Essentially, all the mobs spawn in this area, and they walk towards the villager, and he detects them through that wall, stops him harvesting the crops. But that's okay, because we now have the fully automatic thing running at the top. I mean, we guess we could use these ones down here first at some point. We've got some nice cooked ones down there as well. But the fact that I'm using all the cooked steaks and stuff, the mutton and things that we have now, kind of makes this entire thing very redundant. But it was a nice project to do in the world, and I think it paid off in the end. And the last change for the episode, the big one, the one that kind of stands out like a sore thumb, is the castle. The castle has been changed considerably. Essentially, I've ruined in excess of 16 to 17 diamond pickaxes. And essentially ruined, I mean, from full health on the pickaxe, full durability, I should say, to completely destruction. And using mending, sitting at the skeleton farm, harvesting the skeletons really, really, really slowly, making new pickaxes as I've gone along. We have dug out the 2 full side wings of this side and this side on the ground floor. We also have a fully completed tower now with staircase inside of it. We've also decided that we're going to be changing this window section right here. It doesn't quite match up anymore with what we want to do on the inside. But we've finished the tower on this right hand side here. We'll go and have a look at it. It's not quite done on the outside, but we'll fly up to the top here and just take a quick glance. This is one of the better vantage points that I have of looking at this side. Spider, if you're going to ruin what I'm trying to do, please come up now. Slowly he comes up, looking for his revenge, only to realise he gets smited by the axe as he gets close. And then my jumping fails me once again. So let's put a torch up here, just so we can kind of see. This actually did have at some point a little bit of a weird tower spike on it, but I got rid of it. So yeah, you can kind of see that we've done this full section right here on the right hand side. We've done the 2 layers which you can see which are flush with the ground floor. Nothing underneath it has been done because I don't need it just yet. But we have also completely finished this tower right here. We need to just do the final piece of roof on top of it, but that will be decided when we figure out how tall of a floor it needs to be and where it's actually going to go. Because currently, it doesn't really go anywhere once you get to the top. It currently only has access points to the first floor, and what eventually will be the basement levels, one obviously with the minecart track running through it. But yes, let's take a look down and let's go through the entrance then, shall we? We still have the honeycomb mob spawner inside of this one, so this one isn't quite done just yet. But the wing and all the walls and the rooms are built, just no interiors are done just yet. But yeah, so we have all of these many chests of stone. Let's just kind of show you of how much stone has been dug out so far. You can tell that I was using Silk Touch on some and not on the others. Let's keep going, and that one as well. But you might remember that I've been reusing all the stone to kind of build in the world as well. So let's first of all walk through the new entranceway, which you can kind of see right here. We've removed the massive door. It was kind of not fitting, and it kind of overlapped with the first floor layer that we had at the top. So we now have this much smoother, much smaller entrance on the front. I don't think it needs anything bigger, to be fair. And then you come into what is essentially the giant grand hallway room. The giant staircases, which currently only go up to the first floor. I've just about started building this staircase to go up to what you can just about see up there is the third floor. We kind of have gone ground, first and third. We're kind of skipping the second floor because I'm not too sure if I'm going to put one in just yet. You can kind of see how high up the third floor is though. It doesn't go anywhere down just yet, but you know that this is going to end up being where the minecart track stuff is. It's actually still 3 blocks too high. The track is actually directly underneath this section right here. So if I just dig out here, you can kind of see there's the track line. So you can tell we're probably going to have to do some fiddling with this staircase to get the track to run underneath it. We don't want to be blocking the track because of the fact of everything else that's going on. We've kept a nice simple pattern on the walls on both sides so far. Haven't really done too much up above, but as you can kind of tell, it doesn't look too bad. Do need to take a couple adjustments up at the top there though, because they shouldn't be level with the ones underneath it. So we'll have a quick look upstairs onto the staircase. You can kind of see we've been using a little bit of birch wood to kind of get all of the blocks involved. You can tell that that has just been built. It doesn't really go to anywhere just yet, but you can kind of see the grandeur of what the size of each floor is going to be from this side, and then what is corresponding currently over on this side right here. This is the sort of size that I've dug out underneath each side, but except we have walls and dividers and the rooms like I've just said. But yeah, so we need to kind of finish off the wall on this side as well and decide whether or not we're going to put another layer in between. What you can see is clearly the towers and the upper walkway. You know, when you look outside, you see the 2 front pieces, the roof, then you have sort of 3 central towers, and then the sections in between. But yeah, so I haven't really done too much up here. Obviously, the digging is the big part. That's what makes the difference, is actually digging it all out and getting it lit up. But yeah, you can kind of see, I think the birch wood really does make this section. But we now come into the really tall side wings. We can clearly see that we have very decently sized rooms on the sides of these, as well as obviously we also have giant, really tall hallways. This is kind of what I wanted to go for. This has got 2 doors in it. We'll get to that second one in just a second. I wanted to kind of walk around through all of the corridors first though. You can kind of see we've got these nice dividing sections up top. This is a very big room that we have right here. And then it runs along around the outside, which is your exterior view on this right hand side. You can see the church from there, and eventually you will be able to see the museum, which is going to be in this section right here as well. And obviously I've kind of done a little bit of work to try and figure out what's going to be here for the water section that we need to put in, because we need to connect it up to right up there where the water is going to eventually flow down from to create as a full loop. Got a little bit of a smaller room on the back here, but that's fine. And yeah, this is the second door for this one. And then obviously it will lead you into the towers on the front. So let's go and have a look at the other side where the tower has been built. And that will pretty much wrap up for what I wanted to do today. I kind of wanted to just show off all the huge changes that the world has made in the last couple months. And obviously, now that we can get back to doing our scheduled episodes again, the first big thing on my mind though is doing an Enderman farm, because I'm sick to death now of my triple skeleton farm just not being quick enough. We obviously quite haven't finished this section right here. We do need to finish the wall off on this side. We need to adjust that so that it's up on this section. It's on the wrong piece there as well. But yeah, all the rooms are identical currently. They're just mirror images of each other. So there's a small room right here which is missing its entranceway on this side as well. I need to figure out where that is, obviously. But yeah, then it leads you into what will be all the towers. Now, the towers are different heights to everything else. As you can tell, the floors are at much different heights. This one is much taller than this one, but that's fine. It wasn't designed to be connecting points between two floors. It was designed to just be a access way to the basement level and as a way out. Eventually, it will have accesses through here when we finish what we need to do there, essentially. But if you look out there, you can kind of see that's the platform of where the stuff is going to be. It's actually the right level for where the track is, which is really, really good. We just need to figure out what we're doing with the in-between floors, like this one, and the roof layer. I was using the roof layer when it wasn't all connected together to jump through the window up to the second floor, but now that I have the stairs in the middle, I don't really need to be doing that. Eventually, we do need to go up into these towers, though, and get used to what's up there as well. So yeah, lots and lots of things to be doing in the world, which is good. It always gives me plenty of inspiration and plenty of things to be getting on with, which means this series is unlikely to really be stopping anytime soon. The fact that we haven't even got near the big castle section itself, which is actually behind that wall, which I ain't going to be saying too much about, because that's going to be even more digging than I'm doing right now. Yeah. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, everybody. If you have any suggestions for what I can fill the interior of all the castles with, currently I'm basically limited to ideas and inspiration from what's inside mansion rooms, but I don't really want to be making like tree rooms and things like that. I want to kind of have like bedrooms and libraries and dining rooms and things like that. Kitchen areas. So this is sort of going to be like where your servants would be before you move into the main part of the castle. Obviously, we've got 2 floors though, so we've got both wings on both sides. Maybe we'll have the bedrooms upstairs and all the utility stuff on the ground floors. I also want to make it so that you can get into all sort of the nooks and the crannies of it. Like, you remember when we built this thing, you had sort of a dug back section. Like, if you go up to... In fact, let's show you from the second floor, because it's better to point it out on the second one because it's more obvious. But you see right above the windows, it sort of dips back to where this roofing is. It's the same on this floor underneath, except there's sort of a 1 wide, 3 high gap behind it, which we can actually get into. So I'm thinking of doing, because the roofs are so high, sort of like parkourish sort of stuff. But sort of, it'd be very challenging. You sort of have to work your way through the top of the corridors. You dip through the back right there. We need to sort the other side out so that it matches though. But you sort of climb up through a library, climb through the room, dip back through again. Things like that. I kind of want to do some sort of fun stuff as well. I think that's interesting, as well as making everything a bit more usable at the same time. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've all enjoyed. And I guess I will see you all again in the next one. Bye-bye.